What's up, guys? How are you? Welcome into a Tuesday morning episode of the Daily Juice Podcast. My name is Matt Perrault. You guys can follow me across all socials at Sports Talk Matt. And I've got some good news and bad news. The bad news is we didn't win any money yesterday. The good news is we didn't lose any money either, as we went 1-1, but the even money 8 over does not come in. We lose that, but the Red Sox team total flies over, so that was a win there. So win 1 unit, lose 1 unit, and we are flat on the day for a Monday. So given the way we have run, given the way I've gone in baseball, I'm going to take that as a pretty big win. I like that. I'll take it. We move to a Tuesday where I have 2 bets for us going on Tuesday. Now, I will tell you, there are bets that I'm leaning on. Like I was leaning Cardinals yesterday. The Cardinals lost. I'm leaning on the Red Sox team total again to the over. At the time of taping, there is no number up for the Red Sox here today. So Sox team total, if it's 4.5, 5.5, probably not. 4.5, yes. I probably like it to go over again. I think there's some decent value on the Phillies and the Twins to go under 8 with Zach Wheeler on the mound for the Phillies, but I don't like it enough. The Twins have been an over team at home, and I'm a little bit suspect and skeptical. It is Zach Wheeler, though, so a little bit skeptical there. So what am I going to bet today? Well, it is Paul Skeens Day. Paul Skeens against the Cardinals, up against Lance Lynn. This is almost as much of a fade on Lance Lynn than it is a bet on Paul Skeens. So Lance Lynn, in his last time out at home, went 6 innings and gave up 2 earned runs. His last road start, though, he only lasted 2 2/3, gave up 11 runs, 10 of them earned, 3 home runs to the Washington Nationals on the road. In the road start before that against the Miami Marlins, 9-8 final. He went 5 1/3, gave up 5 earned runs, 6 runs overall, and 10 hits for Lance Lynn. Last 2 starts on the road have been really bad. Last 2 starts on the road have been lost. Well, I guess the Marlins game wasn't on the run line, but game go over and hit hard. So we know about Paul Skeens, right? We know what this guy, when he brings, what he sets up, he's electric, right? Paul Skeens, I lean towards the over in this game, okay? Simply because of Lance Lynn. But since I like Skeens and I like the Pirates, I like the over, I think there's a value play to be had here on the Pirates on the run line at plus 120. So Skeens has a 2.83 ERA at home. He's a 3-0 record, a 254 opposing batting average, 11 earned runs in 35 innings worth of work. When he first started in the big leagues, he was really going over a ton of games. 10-9, 9-3, 7-6, 10-2, 10-6. Those were his first 5 starts. But since, it's been 2-1, 4-1, a 3-1 loss, a 2-1 loss, a 14-2 win, and a 1-0 win on the road against Milwaukee. You can come in and you can bet if you want on the Pirates, just on the money line if you want. But it's minus 175, 180. It's expensive. This is a big game. It's a big series. But given that Lance Lynn's been bad, and given that the Pirates offense has been hot, and the Pirates as a team extremely hot going back before the break. You look at them, they've won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of 11 games. It's pretty darn good for the Pirates. I think it continues here. They took 2 or 3 against the Phillies. They set the pitching up here. They had Mitch Keller going yesterday. He was great. Here comes Paul Skeens. We're going to run line it. Pirates run line at plus 120 for 1 unit. Second bet, the Miami Marlins are going to call up from AAA Jacksonville a pitcher named Kyle Tyler. It's going to be his 5th start in Major League Baseball for him in his career. And he's going to face an Orioles roster and an Orioles lineup that can just simply rake. The Orioles on the road this year are 27, 17-3 to the over on the road. At home, the Miami Marlins are the number 1 team to the over on the year at 35, 16-2. That's nearly 69% of the time the Marlins are going over in their games. They lost 6-4 in their last game to the Mets at home. And this Orioles team is 30-17 on the road. This Orioles team really, they're coming off a loss to Texas 3-2, but they won 9-1 and 8-4 in the 2 games previous, 6-5 against the Yankees. So 3 of the last 4 games for the Orioles have gone over. Not for the Marlins. 6-4, 4-2, 1-0, 6-4, 3-2, 10-6. So just 2 of the last 5 games have gone over for the Marlins. But given the fact that this lineup is really good, a rookie is going here. I like a team total bet as well. If you want to kind of double down on this and get involved with an Orioles team total, I don't hate that at all. If you want to find it, is it out there? No, it's not. See, there's no listing at the moment because of the fact that they have to officially call up the rookie. So once that does come out, I mean, I don't mind team total at all for the Orioles to come in and maybe grab an over 4.5 team total for the Orioles. Don't mind that bet at all. But I'm instead going to come in here. I'm going to bet the over 8.5 for this. Marlins will need to score some runs themselves to get us there, but I think that they will here. Not a horrible pitch on Albert Suarez going for the Orioles, 5-3 with a 2.82 ERA. He's got a 3.31 ERA, though, on the road. A 248 opposing batting average, 13 earned runs, and 35 and a third innings worth of work. 3 home runs for him. 27 strikeouts to 17 walks on the road for Albert Suarez. In his last start on the road, he pitched pretty well. 6 innings, 2 earned runs, and a 3-2 win over the A's. He got crushed at Houston, though. Gave up 5 runs in an 8-1 loss to the Astros in 5 innings. Against the Yankees on the road, he went 3 2/3. He gave up 3 earned runs there. So 2 bad starts and 1 good start on the road, but Oakland is not really a good hitting team like we know, so maybe a little bit of fool's gold there. Over 8.5 for 1.1 units between the Orioles and the Marlins. All right, so just 2 bets here. Until we get to the weekend, we have a big UFC card coming up this weekend. We have Olympics we can bet on coming up this weekend. We'll have some other things that we'll play, other bets we'll get into for us. But we're just going to kind of limp our way through this until we get ourselves righted and kind of stem the bleeding a little bit here as to what's been happening. It has not been a fun month of July, so not going to get too crazy. Just 2 bets for us here after a 1-1 night last night. Pirates run line at plus 120 and over 8.5 for the Orioles and the Marlins. That at minus 110. My name is Matt Perrault. You guys can follow me across all socials at Sports Talk Matt every single morning, whether it be audio or video. It's Daily Juice Podcast, always being brought to you by BettingPros.com.